Hello and welcome. All right, so in this video, I'm going to help you stop wasting time on highly repetitive tasks because in this video, I'm going to unlock the power of Canva Pro, is a pro feature, their bulk edit features, which is going to revolutionize all those materials you need to create that need to have that personalized touch. So using this process, you're going to be able to create those personalized materials in minutes, not hours. Let's get started.
So watch our channel, come and see and laugh and learn, and you'll agree you'll make your tech life easier with your tech coach.
Hello again, welcome. Hope things are going well for you. So if you're running a small business, a group, you organize events of any kind, you're going to find that, this is going to come up on a fairly regular basis. Somebody's going to say to you, oh, we want to personalize this. And then, they hand you a list and, if you're lucky, it's 50 people. If it's not so lucky, could be 5,000, could be 50,000. And yes, you can manually do that. Absolutely. But you really don't want to. And the nice thing about Canva is it gives you a tool as a part of the Canva Pro package. So you do have to have a Canva Pro account. But using that Canva Pro account, you do have access to this tool that will help you automate. So you can take in a spreadsheet of all the names and work them into the customized piece that you're working on. Or you can manually enter them yourself if you want to, or you can copy and paste them in. And I'll show you, an example of this in a minute. But if you're an event planner, if you're a small business owner, if you are a marketing person, HR, if you organize groups and events for those kinds of things, anybody who needs to create those bulk, customized materials every so often, this is a game changer. This makes your life so much easier. But for those of you who are new here, welcome first of all. Happy to have you here. I've been changing things, can you tell? My name is Kathleen and I'm here as your tech coach. Short version of the story is I do technology as my day gig. It's also my hobby. I'm fascinated by all the possibilities of it. So I tend to help friends, family, neighbors, clients when they have questions, when they want solutions for better efficiency, for workflow, if they're looking for recommendations. And I know not everybody has somebody like that in their life, so hello, that's why I'm here every week. If you ever have any questions, if you have anything you want me to cover here, please reach out and let me know. Let's see if this one works. Nope, that's not working either. Okay, well, it's working, it's just not doing the cleanup, but that's okay. That's okay. Things change, things evolve, and there's always going to be bumps in the road. Alrighty, so let's go back to, let's see if this works. That's not it. That one? Yay! Okay, so let me give you some examples of how you can use this, because I find this is the kind of topic that without concrete examples, people have some trouble sometimes picturing what this could do for them, right? So here's some examples of where you're possibly going to find a benefit in bulk editing. First one, hands down, right? If you're doing an event and you're going to have pre-printed, badges or, name tags for people, this is a no-brainer, right? Because you can just take the spreadsheet of names in that, either you've collected or somebody's collected for you. You can pick a template or create a template or art inside of Canva, and then you can merge those two together like that. And then, if you need to go in and, adjust something, somebody's got it, the name was entered wrong, or, somebody fat fingered it or whatever, that's okay too, because you can go in and still make those edits as well. Another example is if you are doing an event and you're going to be handing out an agenda or a schedule, but you want to customize that as well. So it's the same kind of thing. You can go in, actually here, why don't we look at a couple of these? That would probably be helpful. So give me one sec. We're going to go here. No, that one. So let's take a little look here. Right, so I don't think I have these in order. What did I just say? I was talking about the name tags. So you can search for name tags, or like I said, you can create your own. I would recommend for this solution that you don't go with these that have the multiple, but instead do like one per page. But you can pick, they've got a whole bunch of them in here, or plus you can create your own and go ahead and do the population that way. Then I was talking about like agendas and schedules. Where was that? That's here. So, let's say you're running an event. Here, we'll open this one up, right? Here, we'll customize. So, let's say you wanted to break down, the date, time, the location, maybe your sponsors are going to be up here, and then you're going to break down the actual event itself for people. Now, you can actually do this using bulk edit as well. So you could build all this out. This is a little bit, it's next level, but once I show you how to do it, it'll make sense to you. It's just, you do 2 columns. But you could also, like, maybe you want to put their name up here so that everybody, everybody reacts well to their name. So you could put each person's name here. That way you can make sure, for whatever packet you're giving them for the event, you could put this on top of it to make sure that everybody's getting everything, that kind of thing. Let's see. We were talking about that. We did that. I want to make sure I don't skip anything. Oh, place cards. Yes. So if you're doing some sort of event where people are going to be, seated, or in certain areas, you're going to want to make sure that everybody goes to the right place. And so the same thing, you're going to look for the ones that have it on the one. It can have printing on one side or both, but you can pick whatever, fits your theme and your look. And then you can go ahead and you can pop these out. And again, you can do it just their name, or you could do it like if you're telling them to go sit at a particular table in a particular area. You could also incorporate that into your bulk edit so that everybody is in the right place at the right time. Awards, certificates, that type of thing. This is a very common thing, especially as we're starting to get into the nicer weather, right? So again, you can pick whichever one you want and customize as much of it as you want. Most people, it's at least the name. Sometimes there's other elements, but you have total control over it. You can fit this however you want and make, lay this out however you want, make whatever changes you want, and then automate putting in their names or whatever else you want to customize in this type of thing. So hopefully this is starting to like click and give you some ideas. One other one is business cards. So business cards go like in and out of fashion. And I feel like lately they're coming back in fashion because when I'm meeting people, people are giving me business cards again. So same idea here. You're going to go ahead and pick whatever, template you like or create your own. And then you can go ahead and, populate their names, or if you want to do name and, their title, whatever it is. But, for the most part, like you could do as much or as little, right? So it could just be the name, because maybe the address, the phone number, and the URL are always the same. Or maybe those are custom and you can build that out as well. So again, as much or as little as you need to, but it will save you so much time from having to go and do these things manually. And I say that as somebody who has done that manually. And I can promise you, it's really not the party that the person who assigns you that task is probably thinking it is. For those of you who asked, I do want to let you know that I did go ahead and I created the Patreon. Of course, I set it up and then the dog got sick and then I got sick. So this weekend I'm going to be populating that with a lot more stuff, but you can go and sign up there. Thank you to everybody who asked for it. You can join up for free, or you can join up as a paid level, which will help support the stream, which I really, really appreciate. But yeah, so it's there, it's all set, and I will start to populate it on a regular basis and give you some more details about it. But basically, there'll be videos, there'll be, tips. Basically, I don't have enough time. Like, I could be on here 24/7 giving you ideas and tips and sharing news, but that's not really feasible. So what I'm going to do is the tips and the news kinds of thing are going to go over there. And as well as at the paid level, we'll probably do at least once a quarter, more if I can. We'll do like live sessions on like a Zoom call, so we can talk and we can swap ideas. We can swear if we want, sure. And you can ask questions, all that kind of good stuff. So, and there'll be more stuff for the paid levels as I figure out, or as you let me know what you would like to see at a paid level. That works too. So anyway, that's there for anybody who wants it. Dio, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. It even has a watermark. Yes, we can do watermarks if you want. That would be a different show, but yes, we can do watermarks. Alrighty, so I'm going to do a quick demo to show you how this tool works, because again, I think the context is helpful. So we're going to start with I think we'll do one of the awards, because that's probably the thing that most people are going to do. So let's just go through here and pick out an award that's sort of like, and again, these say, certificate of recognition or, whatever, employee of the month. You can change the text to be whatever you want. So, like a participation kind of thing, whatever. Let's see. I'm looking for one where like the name kind of stands out. Actually, name stands out pretty good here. Or this one. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so you can come in here, you can check it out, and then you can say customize. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is come over to the side, and you're going to want, now this will work in the browser version, which is what I'm in, or the desktop version. And you can also do this for mobile, but you do have to have a paid account. So actually, one quick tip about the paid account. So you need to have a Canva Pro account. However, if this is like a one-off thing or something you do once a year, two ways that you can get Canva Pro without paying for it for the whole year. One is if you haven't used it before, or you haven't used it a lot before, you can sign up for free, and I think they give 14 days for free. So if you plan ahead, you've got everything ready to go, you can go ahead, get the free, use it. They don't restrict you on the trial account. The other thing, if that's not viable for you, or if you've already used up all of the freebies that you can do, you can pay for Canva Pro for 1 month, do everything you need to do, and then go back to your regular account. So an extra tip for you there. All right, let's go back here. Okay, so we've got this, and now we are going to come over, and we're going to look for apps. And then if we come down here, we've got this more from Canva section. Maybe I should take that off the screen for you there. So over here on the left side, we've got all these Canva provided tools. And what you're looking for is this bulk create right here. Now, another free tip for you. If you do this out of order, so if you try to just go into apps before you've selected what it is that you're working on, the bulk create doesn't show up there. The bulk create only shows up when you have something that you're working on, some template that you're working on, or some piece of art that you've created in Canva to work on. So I know a few people have gotten tripped up by that, so I wanted to let you know about that. Okay, so you'll see over here, it's telling you can add your data, you can do it manually, you can upload. So we're going to do, so you can do from Excel, CSV files, that kind of thing. So technically we're going to do it manually because I want to show you can just copy and paste, right? So it's giving you this list here. Now we don't need this, we only need one column, but I wanted to show you that you can build out, right? So you can have as many columns as you want here, or if you need less, then you can go ahead and say delete, right? Or if you wanted more, you could do that. So then I'm going to clear these out because these are not our people. Hello. Okay, and then I'm going to come over, and I have just a notepad with a bunch of names in it. And all I had to do was copy and paste that. So I literally just had here, I'll show you the list. Oops, this is the list I copied from, and I just pasted it there, and it is that easy. Come back, give me my control back, thank you. So you've got all the names in here. And like I said, you can go ahead and you could bring it in a spreadsheet, it takes a couple of different formats and all that kind of stuff, but if you're just doing it, quick, and it's, something that can, it's a reasonable cut and paste for you, that totally works too. So whatever level you're comfortable with is fine. You could also go ahead and type all these in yourself if you wanted to, whatever works best for you, but we're trying to automate. So if you've already collected all the names into a spreadsheet, or somebody's emailed you a list of names, you can either import the spreadsheet or copy and paste from the list, whatever works. Alrighty. Nope, come back. There we go. All right, so we've got this now. And I don't think okay, so then you're going to come down here and you're going to say done. Okay, so now you've got that. So now the next thing is you want to connect this data that you've added to some element on here. We can make this go away, right? And that's what it means by there's no data fields added. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here and you're going to click on the 3 dots and you're going to scroll down and do connect data. And then you're going to select name. And now it's telling you, okay, this piece here is going to be replaced with the information that you've given me. Now, like I said, if you wanted to remove this kind of stuff, you could do that. Like you can adjust things, you can adjust the fonts. If you wanted to make this an award, right? Whatever it is that you want to do, you go ahead and get this one all set up. It would help if I could spell. There we go. And we'll center that. Come on, there we go. That's not really centered. That's centered. right? So you can do those, because what you see here is we've only got one page so far, right? But I put in 12 names. That's where the magic's going to happen. So this is what we're connected to. This is the data that's going to go. And when I say continue, it's going to say, okay, according to what you've given me, I'm going to create 12 based on this design. And I'm going to say, yep. And just that quickly, I have a custom certificate for every person who was on my list, which I think is kind of awesome. Because again, having done this, it can take a lot of times, but you do want to come back and look. So you see here, like some of these got a little bit wonky, which is okay, because then you can just come in and adjust these, right? Or you could change the font size, all that kind of stuff. So, like any automation, like any, when you're doing AI or whatever, you always want to go back and verify. So if I come in here, right, and say, okay, Mary's name kind of went a little bit big. And then you'll probably factor that in next time that you do something like this. You're like, I had a couple I had to fix last time. Let me make this font a little smaller for the names, right? Or pick a different font, or make the space bigger, whatever works best for you. But here we go. But, doing this is so much easier and so much faster than, this is a bad font for that name. But just making those couple of adjustments is so much easier than having to go in and manually create these. And if you needed to go and make any kind of an adjustment to anything, you could just do it like I did and do it manually, or you could delete that list and regenerate this whole thing, whatever's going to be faster for you, right? So if, you had 500, right, and somebody's like, oh, wait, that was the wrong list. That's the event, 2 weeks from now. We need this week's. Just clear it out, put the new data in, boom, let it generate, and you're good to go. This is the kind of thing that is just super powerful. Like, this is a simple example, but it's got so much power. And then, like I talked about, you can add on different things. You can import different types of data, give them different names, and then input them in different places. So, for example, with that agenda, right, you could have created one thing that says, agenda, and just put in the information here. Now, in that case, it's the same information over and over again, but you're going to be generating 500 of those. So you can still make use of that automation. And especially if you're going to customize the agenda for each person. Custom name goes on it, the agenda goes out, gets printed on it, and you're good to go. I just wanted to kind of plant this seed for you. I hope that you will go and give it a try. I would love to hear, if you give this a try, or if you're using something else, what are your favorite things to bulk edit? Because this is something that could work in a lot of different ways. I've seen people use this for social media posts. There's just so many different things you can do with it. So I do hope that you will go and give it a try. It is super easy. And like I said, other than the fact that you need Canva Pro, it's, free after that, right? So thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming and checking this out. I'd love to hear how it works for you. Please don't forget, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It really does help the channel. And let me know in the comments if this kind of quick explainer is helpful for you. If you'd like some others, let me know, because I'm starting to build out the next quarter. So this is a good time to let me know what kind of help you would like. And as always, if you have questions, comments, if you have ideas to share, like content you want me to cover here, you can always reach me at yourtechcoach.com. There's a contact form there. If you want one-on-one consulting, you can also find that on the website. All right? For those of you who power all the way through to the end, I appreciate you so much. You are so awesome. So here's a couple of bonus ideas for you. One's another idea on how to do it, and then there's a little bonus thing that you can do in Canva. So let me get, what do I have up? I have that one up. Okay, so let's go take a look at another thing that you can do with this is if you are doing any kind of training. So if you are, training your employees, if you are, maybe you're inviting, customers, to learn something new about your product or services or whatever, you're probably going to do like a printed document of some sort, right? Some kind of takeaway. So shortcuts, how-to steps, that kind of stuff. And I mean, you literally, you could print that out, at home and put a, staple in it or whatever, or you can send it out to have the thing, bound however you want. But one thing that you can add to that is you can customize the cover, right? So you can create the cover for your guide and then you can customize it. And just as an example, there are a bunch of different guides here. So let's say, you were doing, some kind of a training module, have the title, you put your logo, use whatever art, that reflects your brand, who's teaching it, but then maybe you could put up here that person's name, right? And then either when you are printing out the materials, or if you're sending it out, like you're having it professionally printed, you can send them these pages and say, okay, as you generate each book, put this custom cover on each one. And I will tell you, those are the kinds of little details that really stand out for your audience, for your customers. Part of it is just we like saying our own name, like that's just innate human thing. But it also kind of levels up your game. Like you come off that much more professional because you took that extra step that literally could take you seconds to put together. So it's just another idea to think about. The other thing to think about when you're doing this kind of stuff, let me see, we had one that come up, right? So let's say, you're going to do this and you were thinking, I guess I'm going to have to print this out, I hope my color printer's up to the job, that kind of thing. Just so you know, extra bonus tip here, for a lot of these things, you can have them printed from Canva. So you could go ahead, you could set this up, you make whatever changes to it, do the customization on it to create however many, and then you can, very often like this will just open, or you can go and look for it, but there's always this print with Canva option, which shows up here. Sometimes it shows up under here too. I think it depends on the kind of document. Yeah, see here? You've got the print with Canva also right here. So that's another option for you. You can do all this, get it all ready exactly the way you want, and then you can go through and you can have it printed and sent to you so that you don't have to do it yourself, put staples in it, all that kind of stuff. So sometimes it's a time thing, sometimes it's a money thing, but if you're planning a little bit in advance, because it does take a few days for them to print and then send it to you, they're using a third party. But if you can schedule that into your plans, then you can take the weight off of yourself to print these and collate them and put them together. I mean, sometimes you're going to have to. But it is another way for you to be more efficient, streamline your operation a little bit, and kind of add that little bit of extra professional touch, because you're getting it professionally printed out. So something else to think about, another bonus tip, you don't have to have Canva Pro to do the print thing. So that's good to know. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. And by the way, they do all kinds of other stuff. I've done a video on that. But if you are like, if you try this and it works for you and you're like, gee, what else can I do? You can do t-shirts, you can do mugs, you can do bags. Like you can do a lot of different things and have them professionally printed right from Canva. You don't have to go and find, somebody to do it and, negotiate with them. Like it's all right here inside the app for you, if that works for you. If you prefer to use somebody local, that's fine too. Just find out from them. Usually they'll be okay if you print out a PDF with the score marks on it. So just find out from them, what would work better. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope this will be helpful for you, and I would love to hear from you how you're using this kind of stuff, or if you haven't been, if maybe this has sparked some ideas for you. Love to hear it. Other than that, we will be here next week. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.